Welcome to the Hip Hop Hangover podcast here at Hush Entertainment. We've got some rappers here, producers from the Northeast, and we're just going to chat shit about hip hop. I've got Reali-T, Naughty 40, H-Man, and I've sort of got Nato, but he's not quite here. Anyway, so I want to just jump straight into Childish Gambino's new track. This is America. You all heard it, you all seen it. Belter. Wow.
I haven't heard it, man.
You've not heard it? Have you not seen the video?
What he was said to do, he did it, and like he did whatever he was meant to do. He did it well, I think.
That's a good review. Essentially, if you haven't seen it, like it's just him on the video. He's trying to make a statement about like gun violence in America, and he like shoots a black guy with a guitar first of all, and a black choir. And a lot of people have sort of analysed it and said there's lots of things in the video, little specific things that he was doing, trying to make a statement and things like that. But
I seen someone post that the video was good but the track was shit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, do you think... Well, you haven't even heard the track. Reali-T, have you heard the track?
Yeah.
Right, you're going to be my saviour on this. Do you think the track would be as impactful without the video?
No, I went and did a bit of research on it, and it's got loads of the current rappers and all their ad-libs on it.
It's got like Young Thug and that.
Yeah, it's got like I think it's got Quavo's ad-libs and stuff. I couldn't say all their ad-libs because I don't know them that well.
Hey,
but
that's just the extent of all of it.
Yeah, but the video was good. The song was okay, but because it's Childish Gambino and people need a replacement for Kanye West now. He's like Jesus.
Who they're jumping on.
Yeah. So he's the new saviour.
Do you think the video was like more important than the
Americans?
I think he's the new saviour.
I think the video was well done. I wish I made it. It's inspiring. It makes you want to do good videos.
Dance a bit as well.
Yeah. I didn't know he could dance like that ever.
Because
I've been watching him since Community.
Yeah.
And I've watched his stand-ups. He's too talented, man, so it's inspiring. The song, I think the song was an afterthought.
Yeah.
I think the real message is in the video.
Yeah. So in terms of videos, I mean, you've all made them. Like, do you enjoy making them?
Depends really, like fucking editing and that's a different aspect. I've edited some the Storm is shot and fucking Stay Freezing, and it does your heating, like, but it's you get to have full control of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anything you didn't like, it won't take ages to come back.
Some of your videos in particular that have got like the bang lots of views, like 20k plus views on YouTube. I mean, do you think the video is important to, you know, getting people onto your music?
When it comes to me, I think it was the music, like was the forefront of it. The video was just like obviously visuals, but it's like as if it's already passed and everything's fucked, you know. It's like derelict, but my music I think carried it instead of the video.
Yeah.
So it's sort of the opposite to Childish Gambino, like.
Yeah.
I think people expect a visual a lot more down and out.
Yeah.
It's the way people consume. Yeah, you can stream off Spotify and that, but for it to be a bit more impactful, a visual of some kind helps.
Yeah.
It's not as satisfying without a video. I think visuals are very important now.
Yeah. In terms of releasing, like, would you release the video before a track, or would you release the tracks first?
Depends on the track.
So most of the time the track first, I think. I think it's just itching to leak it now, isn't it?
I think some videos need tracks. Some tracks need videos. Some don't. So if you're going to drop a mixtape, you don't want to do a video for every single track. Just the best ones.
Yeah. But if you enjoy doing it, it's not like a hindrance, because obviously you've got to put a lot of creative thought into the video, like after you've made the track. Like, is it an afterthought, or is it something you put as much passion in, you know, as the music?
If you're doing it all on your own back, it's a long procedure for one track. Doing a video and everything else. Instead of just uploading the video, you need an extra week or two to put the video out as well. Me personally, I do.
But overall, you work with a guy.
Yeah.
In the Fuse, you work with the guy COH.
Yeah.
What's he like? Is he like a
director? He's good, but I don't even know why I put "but" there. But it's one of those things where it's you have to think of ideas and stuff. And I've got too much going on in my life to be thinking of ideas.
So you just leave it to.
So
you leave it to him to like be like.
Yeah, but then we need to think of ideas together. And there's only so many videos where you can be just walking down the street.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of car parks, isn't there?
Yeah, car parks and that. You can only have one madness video, and then if you do the same with every EP track, it just gets boring.
Yeah, it is that balance in it between having control over everything and doing it all yourself, and it's time consuming and energy consuming, and then leaving it up to someone else.
Yeah.
And having to put your faith in them to get it right. Sometimes people don't always get it right.
It's good when the video, when that dude who's video and it comes up with that idea and concept though, innit?
Yeah.
It's like that's what you do, so
If
you come up with that.
I've said that before. Sometimes you can get in touch with someone to do a video, and then they want you to come up with all of the ideas for it.
And then if you come up with an idea, is if they can
pull it off,
pause.
Yeah.
So it's just like at this point, do you think if you were at another level when you had like more money and more backing behind it, you'd care more about like in terms of you want more input in the video, or it's just at the moment now you're quite happy if you're like, oh, this guy's gonna do it, this guy's gonna plan it for me, this is gonna save me time?
I think I've gone past the stage of, because you know the intro video we put out, we said that's going to be the simplest video.
Yeah.
But we didn't plan it properly. We just met on that day. Then we said we're going to do that video. Then he actually edited it better than I thought he would. Because that's just what he does. He's good at doing that. But then other videos, like if you've listened to the EP, they kind of have concepts to them. So I've thought about a few ideas. I won't reveal it here. But it's if we can get it done. That's the thing. But you know, you don't want to leave it too late, because people will be like, you released this song last year, why are you bringing out a video now?
Yeah. Fair enough. What I want to move on to next is something that you said on Facebook, really, but it was about Kanye's slavery quote. Everyone knows. You know, he essentially said that 400 years of slavery, that sounds like a choice. And there's a lot of people jumping on.
Wait, say that again?
400 years of slavery, that sounds like a choice. You on Facebook, you were saying that I mean, you don't understand how one of these most influential African American musicians, how he can be going on like this and people can still be like backing him. Do you still agree with that now?
Yeah, definitely. I know the storm has passed, pun intended, but like it's still significant. Like, for example, if you've never been in a Chinese shop getting special fried rice and there's been someone outside calling you a paki, you'll never understand the significance of that statement.
Right.
If you've never been going to get chicken, pardon the reference, and then a little boy outside there calls you a nigger, then you have to go home and eat noodles, you'll never understand that statement. If you've never been on the road with your white girlfriend and then you get old people looking at you, you know they're judging you, you'll never understand that statement. So it's one of those things. The reason, and let's just cut to the chase, the reason why I got kind of upset when Max Gavins, I respect him, but he was defending that, is that you'll never be in a black person's shoes, so you'll never understand the significance of that statement from an artist of that standard denouncing everything that a black person has gone through. I know I wasn't a slave, but things like that still stand today. We're still seen as second-class citizens. So it's one of those things where if you haven't experienced it, just shut your mouth. Simple as that. And that's what I was trying to say. I know it comes across rude.
No, I get
but you haven't experienced it. So don't tell me he didn't mean what he was saying, because you don't know.
I think
I'm not attacking you, but I'm just saying. Yeah.
To put in, obviously I've got to put in the other side of things because Max isn't here. As a fan,
and I love Max, by the way. There's no beef, but I'm just saying, like, don't be flippant with your statements, because you don't know how like it can affect someone.
I think what it is people like Max or just fans in general. Obviously, they've known Kanye for a while.
I know.
They think they know Kanye, so they try to defend him as a person rather than defend the statement. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to defend that they like him. They don't think he really.
Obviously, I saw it that way, but you know, Max is still a young guy. Like even me at my age, I still have a lot to learn as well. but it's like one of those things where you have to be open to hearing, like, because when I told him that on Facebook, it seemed like, you know, he was kind of, because on Facebook, let's just put it this way,
it's shit.
Facebook statuses, yeah, like, you can interpret it how you want.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, when you're already on the level, you know, few Ribenas, and then you go mad in it. Then you see someone, yeah, you're not agreeing with my status. Okay, beef, innit? Beef. But like, he said something to counteract what I was saying. Because he said slavery is a choice, or sounds like a choice. Then it started dissecting the sentence sounds like. Bruv, you can't put slavery and choice in the same sentences. Yeah. It's antonyms. They're completely different. You can't put it in the same sentence. So, it kind of got on my nerves, kind of. But I spoke to him afterwards and we sorted it out. We'll probably speak about it. But it's one of those where, again, it's
shit!
That's all I can put. That's it, basically.
Is anyone else brave enough to jump in with a Kanye opinion? Like, what are your thoughts on what he's up to at the moment? Like,
I just listen to these tunes, me, Adam. I try not to watch what he's on about, like, because he's up his nut here.
Do you reckon?
Aye.
Do you think he's just went over the...
Yeah, he's just, I don't know, I think he's followed too much, innit? So, like, every single aspect of his mood and that's going on gets filmed.
Yeah.
So, like, when he comes doing the next day, he'll be like, oh, what the fuck was I saying on telly or something?
See,
and then there's no way
it's calculated, me though. I think he knows it. He knows everything he does is watched. It's calculated.
You know about
the
calculated one. Like, he was talking to a paparazzi guy. Yeah, this was a few days after. I don't know if anyone saw this, but he said he's because Kanye, I think, is a nice guy. No, yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't think he's.
I think that's why people defend him.
I think he's got word diarrhea.
Yeah.
The S word comes out of his mouth. He was but this is where I was a bit skeptical because he talking to the paparazzi. Oh, you've got a daughter. Oh, that's cool, bro. And then last thing he said is, oh, are you recording this? Now tell me if that's not calculated. If you're talking to someone genuinely, why are you asking if they're recording it? Everything he's doing is calculated.
Yeah, but he told him straight up. He said, upload it.
Yeah. He told, put it online. Yeah. So people can see. Basically, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's calculated, and he's got stuff coming out. I know some people that aren't gonna listen to his music. Me personally, I'm gonna listen to it.
So even if you disagree with what he said,
I'm going to listen
to the music anyway. So
I know it sounds like a bit. What's the word I'm looking for? The opposite of what I said before.
Like hypocritical.
That's the word. Yeah. But like, I like it. Like I can separate the music from the man. Basically.
Jump back on Facebook for a bit, and we'll bring the vibe up a little bit. Or actually, no, I'll just point towards someone else and just pick at someone that you've said on Facebook. 40, you were jumping on Facebook the other day. You said you were going on about T-side rappers putting on American accents. So I just want to talk about. I want to bring up the whole accent debate. I want to bring up the accent debate in general. Is it ever right for a British rapper to be putting on an American accent?
The way I see it, right?
They're just new in development, innit? That's the way I think, So
I don't know, because some people have been doing it for a long time, innit? Yeah. I think there's a few different ways to look at it. So an artist can be an artist and they can express themselves in whatever way they see fit. And I'm nobody to tell anybody what they can and can't do in it. But my personal opinion, coming from like a hip hop point of view, is that it's just not something that you do. So if when I was younger and I was starting to make songs, people who were older than me who were into the hip hop and had been for longer than I had would tell me, look, you can't do this and you can't do that. And I'm just following on from that. And I just think it puts a bad representation of the area. On the other side of things, the digital age we're in, you can put on whatever accent, put it out of the world, and there's going to be people all over the world who don't even know where you're from and they don't care. Yeah. They just listen to music and they enjoy it or they don't enjoy it.
Right.
But my personal opinion is not to do it. Yeah, exactly.
Like, because even MCs when I was a young lad, they sounded like Cockney. or just put like a Raj accent on, but I just thought it was new and development, but the same MCs are still doing it, and that comes from like Monkey to any genre. Like if we know them where they're from personally, that you're gonna think, oh, he's full of shit.
Yeah.
I think the status I put up though was it wasn't just about accents. It's like the whole thing, you know, when people are doing these videos.
But like things like guns and that and never.
Yeah, so it could be that. It could be people pretending to be about a certain type of life when they're not. I just think hip hop's meant to be a representation of who you are, isn't it?
You know, it's getting the point of that, isn't it?
Some music genres, you can get away with just doing whatever, but hip hop's slightly different. Where I think because of where it's come from and everything, it's meant to be people expressing who they are, and there's meant to be an element of reality to it. Yeah, and if you're just doing loads of fake shit on the internet, in my opinion, and that's all I can state my opinion, is it looks shit. And being someone from Teesside, from the northeast, anyone who's, you know, I'm trying to come up, I'm trying to get bigger, and I just feel like certain people might be hindering all the people who are being themselves by putting on some kind of act. Yeah.
Do you agree?
Right.
Everyone agree?
I agree, definitely.
Nato, what are you saying?
I think just have fun. If you're trying to rep your city, then keep the accent. If you're just having fun with it, and say if you rap in this accent, you rap in that accent, whichever one you're more comfortable with. If you're just having fun, then just have fun.
Yeah, but people aren't gonna just have fun every single track, innit? Like if somebody's there talking about some struggles, or they're talking about something that's personal to them, and they're doing it in an American accent, like, again, it's just my opinion. I can't get into it because they're meant to be saying something that's real, but then they've got something that's fake.
I'm not going to give it 2 minutes to even become a fan or not.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, I know certain people say, oh, you know, well, I'll put on whatever accent as long as it's getting me more popular, or as long as it's getting me paid or whatever. But which people are out there with a fake accent that are well known and well established and doing well to the point where you're going to pay for a house or pay for a car or whatever? There's very few, but and they get laughed at. You know what I mean? Like years earlier, laughed at.
I was gonna say actually,
there's been trends, and then when that trend dies, and they're like, "Well, you were last year." I mean, I was
gonna say basically with the hip hop thing, you may have success, you may have significant success, like Iggy Azalea, for example. She was like a black woman in a
Australian white woman.
Yeah, Nubian white queen's body with a big bum and all that. But you get found out sooner or later. From Milli Vanilla Ice to Iggy Azalea, you have success. You may win a Grammy or two, but you get found out and you get ridiculed later on. And that's just what hip hop is. Not even just hip hop music. If you're faking it, you'll have success. But you will get found out and you will be ridiculed.
It's really
and this is not a shot at anyone
there,
specifically.
It's whether you want credibility or not. And there's people who put on accents, whatever, they put on a good live show, and that's good for them, you know what I mean? But
listen, this is even personal to me. When I start my first track, I was thinking I was Tupac. So I was rapping like Tupac, accent and everything, 16 years old. I got told, why are you rapping like that? Straight away. Okay. Started rapping in my own accent. Got to college, 17, 18, started rapping about shooting guns. Someone stopped me in church. You're called Reali-T. Why are you rapping about shooting guns when you never held a gun in your life? Okay. I'm not saying I'm wise or nothing, but you have to take stuff in. You have to listen. Later on, I'm myself in it, the geeky guy that shoots water guns and drinks Ribena.
It's come from that though, isn't it?
Yeah. I would say people kind of respect me now because I'm myself. I'm not pretending to say I smoke weed or like I shoot guns. But you have to be yourself eventually.
Now what's mad as well, though, I had a Scotchy lad I've knew all my life, and I was on a session with him, and he says, now it is, and I said, you're too Scotchy. He's like, well, how can you be too Scotchy? He's like, well, no one who isn't from Runjal will not know what you're saying.
Yeah. Does that bother you, or is it just like, why it's just me and that's...
Well, he said that a few years back. I was like howling it, to be fair. Howling it. I'll tell everyone now. He said I was being too Scotchy. It's like a compliment, really. But I understand what he means. But in the same breath, like, I only know what Wiley and Dizzy Nut were saying because I worked it out by listening to the tracks, you know what I mean? And then I picked up on their lingo because of it. So obviously them are being fucking...
Do you think it hinders you, like, with your accent? I think because people say it about both you and just being it, like, you get that criticism sometimes, like, oh, maybe the accent's too strong.
Too much. I get it all the time, mate.
You know, the same way. Actually,
you might be your own pals though.
Actually,
like,
the opposite way how someone will get found out if they're not credible. The phrase, the cream always rises to the top. If you keep at it, people are going to respect you because you're being yourself.
Yeah.
Of course, innit? That's what
I mean, like, no disrespect. You like, you came in and I thought you were Liam Gallagher, innit? when Oasis first started singing, I'm sure people were like, "What the hell are these guys?"
I get it all the time, man.
Yeah. I'm sure people were like, "What the hell are these guys doing?" And now look at Oasis. So it's like, just be yourself. If you're yourself, no one can tell you anything. If you're being fake, you're gonna get found out eventually.
Do you think the average consumer cares though? Like, you know, like the average Joe listening to music. Do you think they really,
the average Joe doesn't care, but Twitter does.
Yeah,
let's just put it
it's
that
a
way.
hip hop thing, though, isn't it? It's a hip hop thing, so
that's what I mean. Like, if you aren't in the community or the scene as such, do you really give a shit? So for example, like people that are from the northeast even that aren't using their accents still get put on high on a bill for hip hop shows. Well, why? Why is that?
You get success at the beginning.
They're trending at the minute, aren't they? They're trending, and then by like next year, then the South's not going to shine through in it, and it's just it sounded like fucking.
It may not even be next year. It may not be in the next 5 years. You will get found out.
But
people will pull you up
think
on
that you could still get success though, because that's where you
can get better
40
success.
Because 40 was like, well, maybe you might not even make it that far, but you said like, Iggy,
I think you can still get success.
Hit it.
No, what I was saying is that you can be successful because of the digital age.
Yeah.
So you can put music out and people won't know where you're from or they won't care where you're from. It's just on the internet. So people can do it and be successful and get bookings.
All it takes is for one influential Twitter person or someone online to say, "Have you heard how she sounds in interviews?" That's how Twitter got Iggy Azalea the hell out of it. That's how they got her the hell out of it. Just bare retweets and likes. And then people are like, wait a minute, we've been listening to this rubbish all the time. Iggy Azalea hasn't had a hit since. T.I. has distanced himself from her. Milli Vanilli, they weren't even singing their tracks, they were dancing. Vanilla Ice, he was pretending to be a gangster. I mean, Suge Knight nearly dropped him outside of a window, allegedly. Let me not get myself in trouble.
Suge's gonna get you.
From Joe. But like these fake people will get found out. I got found out quickly. I got found out early. Imagine me coming here rapping in an American accent and say I want to work with 40. This guy will laugh at me. Yeah. When I speak like an African. Yeah. So
it's sweet though, isn't it?
It could be a choice though, being fake and getting something, or being real and getting nothing.
It's up to you.
That's your choice with the credibility thing.
I don't know though, like fucking. When I think it's like, it never come to me to think, oh, I'll be fake on this. You know what I mean? So I wonder if them are just scanned with a head thinking.
Yeah, I don't think they think
I'm
like,
not fake, me. This is the way I am.
Exactly. I don't think
people go deluded the fuck. Yeah.
I don't think people go into it thinking, oh well, I'm gonna, I'm gonna make this up. They think like that's.
Well, they must do when they listen back.
That's what they're thinking. Like, well, this is how I rap, and this is what I'll listen to. Maybe this is what I'll listen to when I grow up. So I've got every right to, rap like this. Yeah. Or whatever else. I don't think people go in like trying to be fake as such. But
let me just put it out there, innit? Before I heard Kay Grayson, before I saw her live, before I saw Kay Grayson live, I was like, "Where's this rubbish?" Saw Kay Grayson live, I was incredibly impressed. But just go back to what I said at the beginning. I think Kay Grayson is fantastic, and the way she speaks, in real life. It's not far off from the way she raps, in my opinion.
If someone's like, as someone who's in the little northeast hip hop scene or whatever, does part of you not want for her to do some stuff in an accent that's more representative of where she's from? Like no one's wanting her to like.
What if it's not very good? What if it's not very good?
She's got bars.
Yeah, she
As
can
long
write.
as she's
I
got
don't
bars,
think
she can
anyone's.
rap on
No
shit.
one's saying she
Bars
can't
is-
write.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
She
She
had
can
bars for
obviously
years,
spit.
you know.
It's just that accent part holds some people back from enjoying it.
I think she can rap her. Okay, she's a woman. She can rap her behind off. Because I was gonna say the other word, but me too, innit? But like, I think she can rap, but like, that may hinder people, man. It's gonna hinder people,
Right.
and I respect Rex as well. So I don't know, man. I've been to the, what is it? The Chat Trust, and I told them as well. I said before I saw her live, I was like, what's this, man? But I saw her live and I was like, she's got something. And she's got buzz. If she uses her real accent. I don't know if she wants to. And no one's going to force her to.
I think in her mind she's probably just thinking, look, I'm getting enough attention doing what I'm doing. I enjoy doing it. Why change? Because let's be honest, she might feel like she has less broad appeal by putting a northeast accent.
And she's got some big shows using...
Yeah.
So I mean,
she's got some
why
big
would she
shows,
change that if what she's doing now is working for her? Like, why would she change that to please?
Now the other guy, is it Kaki?
Oh, the guy from
Going
down
deep into it now.
The one that said his teeth is more than the whole scene.
Yeah.
Who?
That one. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
By the way, just if you're listening and you're not from the northeast, and I mean that might happen. I don't know. We'll put links in the description.
That's why you want a gun, man.
We're trying to appeal to you guys, whether you are, in China or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll put links in the description of all these people
Grayman
mentioned.
Canada's
to
gone
Kay
off.
Grayson's music and
But do you know the
China.
difference is, Kay Grayson, to me, like, she's got, although she's maybe not as realistic, in my opinion, as she could be, there's some originality there. Do you know what I mean?
She's got
And
style.
the themes of not just from a rapping point of view, but just like song making, the themes of the songs, she's got originality there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Credit where credit's due. But that other guy, that khaki guy, like he just
Is that him who's with her?
just sounds like nah. It's some different guy. He looks like he's got loads of money in his videos, and he looks proper flash.
He's got like a camel Corsa or something. I don't know what kind of
He's
car
got
it
some
is.
car.
His videos are well done.
But he just sounds like he's regurgitating
Never seen him.
like Tiger or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to me, that's like.
So it's not even the accent. Maybe it's just more that in general, like what he's saying and what he's doing is just not very creative. It's not very unique.
You like shows like.
Yeah. Like you could like you're saying, like Kay, you can see he's got something regardless if you respect the accent or not. Whereas this other guy, you're like, well, it's just a fully fledged like copy.
Yeah. No originality in it. It's just imitating something else.
I've only seen like one video and I saw that. I hate going back to Facebook, but I saw that Facebook thing where he said his teeth is more than the whole scene, bro.
I
was about to show him my last paycheck and
His teeth.
I'm not
Oh, he had some grills in there.
Did he?
Yeah, he had some
He
grills.
always had grills a few years back, didn't he?
Let me make one.
We'll leave us dry.
rich.
Grills.
Grills. Yeah.
Worth
I wasn't
the
getting
whole
it,
scene. Is he
No.
buzzing? Should we tap them? Imagine that all at the show.
Right.
Your teeth.
That was deep. There's a lot of things said there. Right, yeah. Reality, you mentioned you sort of mentioned the Me Too thing before. So R. Kelly
good segue.
Yeah, really good segue. R. Kelly, yeah. So he's been accused, over the years of weird sex shit. Weird
nonsense.
Apparently so. And XXXTentacion and stuff has been accused of abusing these guys.
Well, he has as well, Lou.
No, mate, that's been going for a while.
I didn't know.
So essentially, Spotify are taking these guys off their playlist.
So they should,
Stop promoting them.
Definitely.
Do you think that's what they should be doing?
Oh,
so that's stopping them.
definitely.
That's how you make money on playlists.
They're proper fucking nonsense and that.
But they haven't been charged though. They haven't been charged.
Dodged it.
I'm too young to remember that R. Kelly video. That alleged
Which one?
I've seen it,
What
mate.
happened?
Like, apparently what it was. And, he's a nonce man, take him doing.
No, but should you be taking away an artist's platform because of what they've allegedly done.
Spotify can do what they want.
That's true, but then like they set a precedent. Like X's management replied, basically listing a group of people like Bowie, Ozzy Osbourne that have had like allegations against them. Yet these guys still get promoted.
So they're trying to make it a black and white.
Yeah,
thing.
I was just thinking that.
That hasn't been the connection that's been made really. Because there's people like Michael Jackson, James Brown. These people are still being promoted by Spotify, but a few years back, these guys have done something that's allegedly been,
James Brown was crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Mad.
But is it right to take away an artist's platform because of what they've allegedly done in their private life?
But is it allegedly or is it charged?
Neither of these people have been charged. Neither of these people have been charged. R.KELLY's not been charged. Everyone sort of assumes that this is definitely true.
He's a dodgy guy.
I sort of agree that R.KELLY's probably true.
But he's settled outside of court.
Allegedly, I don't want to. R.KELLY's going to be sued.
Yeah, but he's settled outside of court before, right?
Possibly, yeah.
So he hasn't been charged with
right?
it, but like that's
the same with Michael Jackson. He didn't. Isn't he getting charged?
Isn't R.KELLY getting done with some rage fucking cult and that?
Yeah, there's rumours about having him on a sex cult and things, but. No, but
get him off. They don't want to listen to him.
They aren't taking them off Spotify fully. They're just taking them off the playlist that promote them.
Little suspension.
Also, the songs are still on there.
The songs are still on there, but they're just not gonna. They're like, well, we're not gonna fuck with you because you've allegedly done this.
That's fair, innit? You know what I mean? It's right. We're an open platform. You can have your music on the platform, but we're not gonna push you. That's all they're saying. That sounds fair.
It's like public court though, like they haven't really. There's no proof in this. Like this
but Spotify. It was Spotify.
Not allowed. The clubs are out now.
Spotify's not government, innit?
Did you know?
No,
they can do what the fuck they want. Like if I don't want to put R.KELLY in my playlist, I've got the right not to.
But should they then take off everyone else that's and stuff like that?
Yeah, well if
it's nasty, man.
If in fairness they should, but then they can do what they want, can't they? They don't playlist me. Why is that? I'm not
I'm not going to R.KELLY someone.
So they didn't, and that's they choose not to playlist me because they don't want to.
Yeah.
So they can playlist who they want and who they don't want. But yeah,
they probably love the story that they're announcing. Get loads of low off the streams.
Say he had a normal job and he didn't make.
Who's he getting the clothes? No, I mean,
if he didn't make that,
who's he getting the clothes on? It's like,
oh my god, that's the wrong part to. What? Say he didn't make that, or Step in the Name of Love, or World's Greatest, or look at all these beautiful tracks listed. Oh no, that's 50 Cent. But like, if he didn't make all those fantastic tracks, would he be put on sub? He would have been got out of here a long time ago, basically.
Yeah.
If he was a pharmacist, he would have been struck off.
It's not all sexual stuff though. Like, I mean, it's just in terms of like.
It's not.
No. Like, it's just their hateful conduct policy. If you're seen to be a person that doesn't fit with their values, they're gonna take you down. But they've took two people down.
He should have. He made the comment that I think he should just be put off anyway. He said his mom's the first person he fell in love with or something.
Is that what he said?
That's nice, isn't it?
No, but he said it in a really disgusting way.
Fell in love. It's a different.
Like he would have married his mom.
Did he have his hand in his pocket while he was saying it?
Like it was like some weird thing.
The views
I remember it now.
Broadcast on his public podcast.
Oh yeah,
not shared by Push Entertainment or Ride Music.
He's full of the cult, isn't he?
Apparently, allegedly. So that's what we're saying. Take them off. If we think that if they think they're bad people, it's their company. Do it.
It's not that they're bad people, you know what I mean? I would have been a bad person, but I've never done that like that.
If you had done something, but like if you had, I don't know, got pissed and had a fight with someone, and then someone said, "Well, I'm not going to play your music. I'm not
I don't understand me.
Platform because you went and had a fight when you were pissed."
No, but what them have been doing apparently, like.
Oh yeah, I know that's a completely different comparison, but just. In general, like, should you be separating an artist from what?
I think you should. If you're gonna do it to some, you should just do it to all.
Well, do you separate artists from what their real life like?
Oh yeah, example, that goes back to my Kanye one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean,
he
hasn't really done anything.
He did though, like fucking. I didn't agree with Tate and Smack and that, but I still listen to Chili Peppers and that.
Yeah.
So I suppose you do disconnect them. You know what I mean?
I mean, I shouldn't be like restricted from listening to Ignition remix. Like I shouldn't be.
But then, do you feel guilty for supporting someone that allegedly is doing this shit?
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like with music, when you stream or download, you're effectively putting money in the artist's pocket, and that's what they're trying to do, innit?
So do you want to fund these guys? Is that what I mean? Like, can you, if your favourite artist had an allegation towards them, and I mean, let's say it was true or whatever, would you still fund these people? Would you still listen to this shit?
Probably not. Like, put us up, whatever.
Depends what they've done, doesn't it? Like, if they've got caught, like, I don't know, selling crack, then I'd probably still listen to them. To be honest,
and that's still bad, but it's not like bad like if what these are being doing. You know what I mean? There's morally like morals and that. Well, that's morally fucked up a bit. So it's not even a day with law or not. It's just like it's 100% morally just no good. You know what I mean? Like someone selling crack, it's bad, but they might have had to do that.
And at the end of the day, the crime's like, all right,
bad,
people maybe don't have as much choice as they should do when they're suffering from addiction, but they've still got the choice to go and buy crack. Whereas if someone's raped someone or sexually abused someone, the other person hasn't had the choice to be abused.
The thing is, the issue is that they're only allegations, like they're not proven.
Can I be the advocate of the devil here?
Of R.KELLY? I mean, he's not a devil.
God forbid. My mum's watching. But like,
Hi, Remy.
What? Hey. But like, we live in a time where everyone's very sensitive. So, if something's thrown about, like, you showed me something like gammon is a racial term now.
Oh, don't even. That was just some mad Twitter stuff.
Like people love to be victims in our day and age. Like everything's offensive. People will get offensive when they watch this. Why is he wearing the black hat? Why is he wearing the white hat? Like, why is he wearing it that way? Why has he got his glasses on?
I'm wearing a Hush
we need to see his eyes. We can't trust. Like people get offended for anything.
What they're drinking?
Yeah. Why they drinking? Like, so people just want something to be offended about, and they jump on the bandwagon. And I think Spotify, they may have, I don't know, like just succumb to the pressure of people.
But that's what I mean. They're trying to be like, they're trying to come across as like, oh yeah, we're a moral group.
Yeah.
So
but then do it for everyone. Do it for Michael Jackson.
That's what I mean. Like,
he was seen in that documentary holding hands with the little boy. Yeah. We could assume that he's been doing stuff.
Aye.
But I still listen to Dangerous. Yeah. Oh god, that wasn't a good one.
The way you make me feel.
You could have said like off the wall. You said Dangerous.
But like, until they're proven guilty, like Bill Cosby was, he was proven guilty. Yeah. Like, I don't think you should convict someone by the court of public opinion.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Have Spotify just done it to get themselves in the headlines and get people using Spotify a bit?
Maybe, but then like Apple Music and
they've done
some other people that followed suit by taking R.KELLY in particular. Like R.KELLY, he's just getting targeted for that reason because it's recent, I guess.
He's having a hard time.
He doesn't need the money though, does he? I mean,
he doesn't.
He's a dirty occultist, isn't he?
Yeah. Allegedly. I mean, I really doubt that R.KELLY.
Get him off.
But
if a DJ plays it in 2 in the knee, I'll say, I got it off.
I don't associate myself with that music.
I want to be bouncing all over, but still, you're thinking, nah, get him off.
So they cut tonight if anyone wants to be bouncing all over.
No R.KELLY played the knee.
Yeah, we're having a
blacklisted. Perfect, and them off.
I sort of bring the tone up a bit because I've had quite a bit enough of R.KELLY's sex shit. I've had enough of R.KELLY. I've had enough of R.KELLY's sex shit.
Oh gosh.
Post Malone's new album Beerbongs and Bentleys went platinum in 4 days. Do you rate him?
I think it went platinum colour Rockstar.
Congratulations, like.
He's got a track called Congratulations.
And Psycho.
That was off a terrible album.
No, but it's called the Spotify stuff, isn't it? So Rockstar, I think, was a fantastic track. That was one of the tracks of last year.
And Psycho on that one, like.
Yeah, Psycho was on that
That's
album
a beast.
So
Belter.
I listened to the album while I was playing WWE 2K18 and I was losing all my matches. It's not the album.
Where what you paused?
It's not the album for me.
Scoreless, bro.
But like it's. And then what I noticed on it as well is it's under the category hip hop and rap. Yeah, they need
And you think it's not?
They need to change it to R&B, man. It's not rapping
R&B.
at all.
I know what you mean, like, innit? It's all like...
It's not rapping at all. Nicki Minaj is the only rapper on the album.
What,
Isn't 21 Savage? He's
Oh
terrible.
yeah, and him. Yeah.
Oh, he's shite.
Yeah.
21.
No one's saying that 21 Savage is good. But no, so you
He's good on that track, actually. That track
He's
suits
alright
him.
on
That
that.
track suits him.
that bar, I don't want to bring it back, but that bar about, you know, breaking someone's... it's just,
What?
What's
Get
the
Get him took off Spotify, no.
But yeah, I didn't enjoy the album.
Why? Sorry, I didn't mean to fucking aggressive there.
Maybe because I only listened to it once, but I don't know. I just can't get jiggy with it, man.
Right.
Nah.
Come over snow break, mate. Yeah.
Do you want to call it a break?
Aye, hi, look over
Call it
snow.
a break.
What do you think, man?
Hakuna kitu inawapiga chenga pale Githurai kama kusema a very simple word. We'll be right back after the break.
No, welcome back to the Hip Hop Hangover podcast. I'm still with NATO, H-Man, Naughty 40 and Reali-T, a bunch of rappers and producers from the Northeast that you're going to find out about if you jump in the description, I guess. We're broadcasting out at Hush Studios as well, link in the description for them. Grab merch, get some studio time, I don't know, record an album or something, do what you want. Before the break we were talking about Post Malone and we were talking about if he was hip hop. And you said, Reali-T, you said he wasn't hip hop.
Not that he wasn't, I just think that album wasn't hip hop.
But you think he is hip hop?
I'm not sure, man.
Why?
What
What
makes
makes him not
to
hip
say.
hop? You're qualified. None of us here are qualified for anything. It's just we're just talking shit, and if people want to listen, then that's it, isn't it?
I don't know, it's a sense of, I don't know if it's more trap now, like.
Like
So you think it's a different
Bryson
genre,
Tiller,
but it still to me it still comes under the umbrella.
it's like
hip-hop,
that
yeah.
Bryson Tiller album was kind of like singing, rapping,
Yeah,
but it's put on the R&B and soul.
yeah.
But why isn't Post Malone put on the R&B and soul? Because he doesn't rap.
They're just trying to market him as like almost in that rapper lane, but then he appeals to like the white like rock country thing.
You know
as
what?
well,
You
doesn't
know
he?
what annoys me though. The guy went on an interview and said that hip hop has no, like, if you want to get emotional, you can't listen to hip hop in it.
Yeah, you say you listen to like.
So
Was he drunk though?
What?
Didn't he say they got him drunk and then he just like that was his
Excuses.
excuse?
Excuses.
Yeah, exactly.
But you
H-Man,
can't.
do you get emotional
But-
listening to hip hop?
Aye, of course.
See?
I get emotional making me own hip hop.
But like even if it was drunk,
That's shit to say that. I didn't know that. Like. Take them off.
Get him off spotlight.
Get them off spotlight. No, but that's a Sean comment that like.
Yeah.
Of course you get emotional listening to hip hop.
Yeah. So like he wanted to distance himself from.
Well, he's not hip hop then, isn't it?
Yeah, from hip hop.
If he's not getting emotional making it, then it's not hip hop.
But he still exploits the culture and uses the culture to make himself get another.
What I
another
found
level.
hypocritical when I listened to that album that he made.
Beerbongs and Bentleys.
The main theme was money
Yeah.
and B words, misogyny.
A lot of codeine.
So the guy was in an interview, drunk or not, saying, "Oh, like when I listen to hip hop, I don't get emotional and stuff like that." But then you're in hip hop.
Yeah, that's what makes you money. Yeah.
What hip hop
Talking
is he
about-
listening to either?
Yeah,
man?
yeah. You're in hip hop talking about the generic stuff, but just singing it. So it makes it sound different, innit?
His name.
So isn't that the definition of a culture vulture?
Like
Right.
saying he's appropriating the culture.
Yeah. So like you're saying, oh, I don't listen. Yeah. So like, I don't want to repeat.
I think everyone though, like to some extent, a lot of mainstream rappers, you have to be taking influence or appropriate, if you will, culture from somewhere, because that's just the environment we're at. It's so saturated that you have to be taking. Drake, for example, he always gets criticism for stealing things from other cultures, but as long as he's doing it well, I mean, isn't that just music now?
Thing is, if you're gonna do that, you have to be the best, and I don't think he's the best at it.
Well, Post Malone?
No.
Post Malone's not the best, but I'm saying...
But Drake,
he can do it, and he can do it well.
He's been ordained
as
as the best, so... Like,
I think the thing is with Post Malone, though, like, he's quite unique in what he does. He's got the originality there. Like, there's not that many people sounding like him, and I think that's why people like it. I think people's issue is that he's kind of being marketed as this, like, the rap lane.
Yeah.
And people are just confused as to why. I don't think anyone's saying his music's shit.
Yeah. I don't think he's rubbish. I just didn't enjoy that album. I think Rockstar is amazing. That track is that track is too good.
But I mean, what is a rapper in 2018? Because some of the biggest rappers aren't rappers. Like people like Drake and Post Malone.
That's the thing.
But
Drake can rap.
Drake can rap.
He can rap, but
Drake can go on the track and rap with
Chris
the best
Brown can rap, but he's not a rapper.
Yeah. Chris Brown. He's one of those.
I mean, I think he can rap. Yeah.
It's like you can call Chris Brown a dancer, but it's still an R&B act. He can do. Chris Brown is a different subject completely, and we've talked about the Me Too movement too much. So let's not carry on with that. But like, I think Drake's a really good rapper. And I know the old hip hop heads will be like, "What's this guy on about?"
No, he is, man.
But I think he guy can rap his.
He makes wicked albums. That's what I like now. Like there were certain ones that captivated, but obviously most of them are proper shite, to be fair. But there's certain, like when you come into hip hop, like State of Mind, that whole album is a hip hop. If you're reading this,
it's too
that there was a blatant just rap.
Yeah, that was rap.
You know what
Views
I mean?
was.
So
I don't know what that was.
I didn't rate Views but that one there, that's like a total rap fucking album, innit?
Actually, in 2018, like the lines
an album, if you make a wicked album, innit?
And I think Drake is one of those people that's single-handedly responsible for that because he can sing and rap. So people don't know what he's doing.
But the blurred further in that, because like these rappers like Post Malone and like, people like Lil Peep and stuff. Like, you know, rest in peace. These people look up to like rock stars and they bring that in, and that's where they look up. They don't look up to rappers. Like, their influence, or how they claim to be their influence, is rock. Which is Uzi Vert as well.
Rock star,
these people
are thing, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Like why is it that they're looking up to these people?
Seem to be wild and out there, innit?
But our hip hop act's not wild. Like, why wouldn't you look up to Tupac rather than like Kurt Cobain?
Because I can't do what Kurt Cobain does, for example.
But these people don't do what Kurt Cobain does, but they just say that, this guy...
But they're taking the image from it, and they're using the image and putting it into what they're doing. But I think it's because, alright, not all the Tupac songs were conscious and all that, but taking the example of Tupac, a lot of it is conscious and social and political commentary, and a lot of these new acts that you're referring to there are maybe talking just from an emotional standpoint rather than commentating on social aspects and political aspects and current affairs and rock music, probably like Post Malone was saying, is good for getting emotional.
To be honest, that actually reminded me, because of maybe the content of what Post Malone is talking about. It's more, he's saying it in a melody, but what he's talking about is what's significant in rap culture today, especially in America. Codeine, lean, F&B words, like all that. So maybe they put it in hip hop because maybe his themes are what's big in hip hop now. His music is not hip hop to me. It sounds like R&B and soul. But what he's talking about is what's significant in hip hop now. So maybe that's why they've put him in that category.
So it's like just the theme of that he's
just
lyrics
the
then rather than what he's actually sounding like something.
But my issue is with what he said in that interview. If he just shut his mouth, then I'll be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, Post Malone straight.
Allegedly.
I think he did say it. I mean, speaking of F&B words though, fucking busking. Segue.
I like that one.
NATO,
Hi.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to be called NATO anymore.
Go on then. Oh!
The artist formerly known as NATO.
You know what my new name is?
What's
Go on,
Tails?
drop it.
I want to be called. I want to be called Young Susan.
Young Susie.
Young Susan in the house.
I can't even do this anymore. Young Susan.
So Young Susan, what's happening?
Bruh.
Little Susie.
That's me.
Innit?
Yeah, what? Busking.
You're not there.
You're NATO,
Busking.
not Susan. What's happening?
One day I was like, I can't be asked to practice these raps in my bedroom anymore. So I'm just going to go practice them in the street.
Yeah.
And that's literally what I done. Bought a speaker. And I remember the first time I ever went busking, I was sitting on this speaker about to turn it on and start rapping in the street, right? And I was shaking more than before show. I was like more scared to spit in the street in front of old grannies than do it on stage. And I was sitting there like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm going to do this. As soon as I started spitting, I got loads of good reactions from people walking past, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this more.
That's what I want to talk about with, because like rappers busking it's not as common as, you know, just a guy with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And that's I guess the sort of people you're competing against.
Yeah.
So when people walk past you, you say you get good reactions, but are the people that are surprised like, oh shit, like I haven't seen this before, like?
It's 50-50 because you get a lot of people walking past and standing watching you like, oh mate, this is sick.
Yeah.
And then you get a lot of older heads and that they're walking past as if to say, like, you know, when they look at you and they're like, as if to say, what are you doing, man, get a job, like, are you on the verge of being homeless or something, why are you doing this? So it's very 50-50. But if you've got patience, it can be good money as well, though. So it's kind of like you're practicing your new bars or whatever, and you're getting paid whatever it is you get paid that day, and you're also getting promotion from it as well.
You're doing what you love as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're getting paid to do what you love, and some
love,
people are going to come over afterwards and say, oh, I think that's great, what's your name on that? And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you get like your name out there.
You can't get
as well.
on that street though, innit? You know what I
No,
mean?
you can't swear, like, because it's just
Do you need a
loads of little
licence
kids
to do
around
it?
and stuff.
No.
It's free 12 till 6 in Newcastle.
Some towns you've got to have a licence any time.
Yeah. It's a weird one, like, but people do it on night time as well, and that's apparently like illegal after 6 o'clock. So it's like a grey area, so the police probably just move you on, and if you don't move, then they can do something about it. But you're not breaking any laws though, even though it's like it's a grey area. You're not supposed to do it on the night time, like.
Why don't more rappers bust?
It's a weird one because obviously I said to H one time, do you wanna spit in the street? And you know he'll spit anywhere really, and just because it was in the street he was like no. But then we had a few drinks and we'd done it one time after a few drinks and he jumped straight on and he got the biggest reaction ever in the street. And I was like, mate, you should do that all the time. And he was like, oh, it's just a bit. Well, how do you feel about
It's
it?
different, like, isn't it?
It's weird in the street, innit?
And then there's worse than what they are at a show, because obviously people at a show, they come to, like, they know you're going to be on, so it's a different environment, isn't it? But then you've got people walking past you in the street where they might,
to me it's a bit like force feeding, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because these people might not hear anything.
Not everyone's gonna be fucking as dark or understand what I'm going on about, and that, you know what I mean? Because he's a lot like fucking hyped up and like I'm on the peeve and all that, you know. So I want to do more tunes like that before I get on.
Isn't it your stuff's like,
to be fair, it's always dark. It's always dark or
do more
depressing.
street friendly stuff.
I want to be like feel like how I feel now, like happy as fuck, you know.
Reali-T busking would be amazing.
Like
Just all of his music's
isn't
more
it?
or less street friendly. Do you know what I mean? And he's a very likable character. I feel like you do great busking.
Have you? Well, Reali-T, have you ever considered busking?
Yeah. I think we're going next week, innit?
You want to go?
And then
100%.
You should
do Black Guy in your neighbourhood.
He would.
Yeah, then I'll be like,
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Are you nervous?
no. I'm just rapping, man. Are we rapping outside
Just
the
wing it,
phones?
innit?
Do you think you will be nervous on the day?
We are.
Probably a bit, but I'm nervous before every show. But then that's what makes me like rap more.
It's like that nervous from the show, but it's triple. For some reason, it's more nervous in the street. I
I've
don't know why.
you know what? Yeah, I've dealt with like old people in the pharmacy, kids in the pharmacy, stuff like that. So it's kind of like I've dealt with what you know what? Yeah.
People watch. How do you mean, like people in the pharmacy?
Oh no, I haven't rapped to them in the pharmacy.
No, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, what do you mean?
Like
the drug set.
You like a parent comes in and goes like, "Oh, my kid's got a rash," and you can barely see the rash. You can barely see the rash, but you have to see. Yeah, I've dealt with like more embarrassing stuff.
Alright, I guess.
To do what I believe I'm good at. in front of strangers is not.
You're right.
I'm okay.
Say if I'm sitting in the house and I don't want to go out and get money and I don't want to go promote myself, sometimes I just go and busk just for fun. Because it's just like a fun thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's practice, isn't it?
Yeah, and if like obviously there's a meaning behind it. So one day you go out, you're like, right, and I want to get like I want to meet 5 new people that the next time they'll see us, they'll remember my name and they'll say hello. Or one day you'll be like, right, I'm skint, I need to go make 20 quid so I can do this or that. And then sometimes you'll just be like, I might just go out and just have fun in the street, and then that's when you start freestyling in the street, or do you know what I mean, and getting other people involved in that, and then that's the best time when you just go for fun.
May I ask, have you ever had like bad reaction from anyone?
Of course, every day I busk.
What? Like people say get off the stage?
Yeah, someone like, you're shit, or like or like what, like it's too loud, what are you doing, man?
That would be the thing.
You know the worst one? The worst one is this old man came over. I didn't wait till I stopped rapping or anything. I was mid-verse. He came over and said straight in my ear, you do realise you're white. And that's what he said. That's what he said.
What the fuck?
And I stopped. I stopped rapping and I was like, that is just
what you saying, you're white?
I said, that is just the most disrespectful thing.
That's like some racist granddad. What the fuck?
You do realise
you're white,
man.
That shit, that
like your racial
that's the one time. That's the one time that stuck with us. That one time.
Didn't tell us that.
That did stick with us.
That's nasty.
That's just straight up disrespect. That's what.
That's rude.
What the fuck?
But he wasn't wrong though, wasn't he?
What you doing being American?
Get him off!
Right, leave it, you're sounding American. Get him off. Put him off.
Overall, busking is a weird one, but it's fun.
So little granddad, what you
I feel like every rapper should at least try busking once.
Yeah, because you're doing your shit every day, where a lot of rappers aren't. So do you feel that you're getting more practice in as well? So
I feel like
even make like 17 bar now. Like who makes 17 bar now?
Not even fucking Dentist, you know. At the same time, it's a lot of practice. It's a lot of practice.
Not even pharmacists.
It's a lot of practice, and it's not like it's not like just sitting and it's not like sitting and practicing. It's not like sitting and practicing your bars in the bedroom because you actually on the street you're actually moving around. So it's like in your head you're actually on the stage like practicing. But if you're doing it every day, you obviously your throat gets ruined eventually. And then all of a sudden you get bring, oh, you want to do this show on Saturday, and you're like, oh, I've been busking all week, my throat's fucked. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
But then get your shows and that, isn't it?
I suppose so, yeah.
Well, you got that story. You got a show. You got a support slot at Riverside from Busking, right?
Yeah.
Astro Boys, innit?
Yeah.
What happened was
it's a belter.
There was these gang of lads on this seat, and I went to fix my phone. And the guy who was fixing my phone said, come back in 20 minutes, I'll see what I can do. So I went to busk, and I was busking this first song, and I was the second verse into this song. And this group of lads, like over here sitting on this seat, one of them came over, and he said, oh, you're sick, like, how would you feel about supporting us and that at Riverside tonight? I said, yeah, what time and that? And as they were walking away, I said, what's your name like, lads? And they said, Asteroid Boys. I was like, oh mate, yous are huge. So I went down and I was like chilling in the dressing room, and one of them came over and said, I can't believe it, the busker turned up, you showed, and I was like, so big up Asteroid Boys, like they're sick, and the show went off as well. Yeah, there was so much energy at their shows, you know, it's crazy, like, it was sick.
Sheesh. I'm just checking them on Spotify.
Yeah, no,
even play one of their tunes, like.
What
was that tune that you showed me?
Would you?
Little 6 second of his verse.
I was going to play last thing on that though. Do you notice the reactions of people walking past? Like, do you like see people like not looking at you or whatever, or people that are actually really buzzed off it? Do you acknowledge that, or are you just in yourself?
The people that are buzzing with it, they show you because they're standing, they're smiling, they're recording you on the phone and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But so many people video you every day, and you never see these videos online or anything. So what I've started to do is I was like, do you know what? I've done a big mistake. I've started busking without a sign. If I started busking with a sign the whole time, I feel like I'd get a lot more people on my
Like
on
direct-
board, do
direct
you know what I
where it
mean?
is.
So now I never busk without a sign, because the amount of people that are videoing and that, they might be watching that video back and be like, oh yeah, what's that say there, that little sign?
That's wicked, like.
And then they can check it out, because
What does it say?
if I haven't
NATO North East.
yeah,
It's a
Nate
belt,
Northeast,
isn't it?
YouTube,
I
Instagram.
feel like we'll rap for money.
if I haven't got that
It's
sign,
mad.
if I haven't got
Rap on
that sign,
demand.
then basically I'm just some random rapper. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Naughty, how do you feel about busking? Would you do it?
It's next level, like, no, you know.
I don't know, to be honest. It's difficult, innit? Like, I struggle even if there's a gig and there's only a couple of people there, you know what I mean?
You know.
weird
I
one.
feel
Like
like
with
the
nerves.
interaction, so...
You've got to go through that though, innit? To
Like,
get,
I can't
to
knock you
get,
for doing it. It's not everyone's cup of tea, is it?
Yeah.
no.
It's actually quite like brave to do it, to be honest.
Brave
as
I'll
fuck,
be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah, I feel like you have to have a
Definitely,
personality for it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There was a guy that used to busk all the time.
Yeah.
Where's he? What's
He's
his
called
name?
Beatboxing Spider-Man. He's the legend.
Oh no, not him.
No, we're gonna get him in though.
There was lost.
Beatboxing
What-
Spider-Man, if you're
who's-
listening.
We're gonna get
Well, who-
Beatbox
If you're listening,
Spider-Man in.
Beatboxing
Without
We
his
need
fucking
you
suit. Without his suit.
Well, no, he needs to be in the suit.
Just be mass Spider-Man.
He's just beatboxing, man, if he doesn't
Just a daft cunt who's
Beatbox
Harry.
Spider-Man is a G in that.
Aye, because he's Spider-Man, isn't he?
For those that I say that
You
listen
save people in that.
outside of the northeast, which you know, all two of you. There's a busker in Newcastle who
You do that.
he dresses as Spider-Man and does some beatboxing. The BBC did an interview with him like recently, so there's too many links in the description, so you know what I mean, just search it.
You'll see him.
If you care, yeah, if anyone cares.
Like somebody, fuck you, back.
I don't know what that was.
Fuck somebody.
Plugs, still tuned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Reali-T and Naughty 40 have got an EP out. They're going to tell you about it like now, I guess.
Is it on the camera? Gentlemen and ladies, we have.
It's real.
It's a
It's
real.
real.
There's a
Yeah,
CD and
it
we're not
exists.
scamming you.
It's not a hologram,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So I don't know who still has CD players these days, but hopefully this will be worth a lot in a few years. So
Hide in your
yeah,
boot, innit?
just put it in the boot, and then when we make it big, which all of us in this room will, amen. Woo! This £5 CD will be worth thousands.
What's
So
on
yeah,
it?
so
What's on it though?
oh, there's tracks on it.
There is tracks.
Yeah.
What's on
But
it?
you and Naughty 40 produced
40
all of
produced
it.
everything.
Yeah, mixed and mastered it.
How your little one on?
Oh gosh, put me under pressure.
Yeah, so it's 6 tracks. I produced all of them. T spits on them. I mixed and mastered it, so it sounded nice and crisp. Yeah, it's a bit of a mix of old school, new school.
Yeah, how would you guys describe it? Like, because I mean, I'm in the business of being nobody and describing shit.
So in my mind,
Yeah.
the way that I was going to produce it, because originally, with me being called Naughty 40, Reali-T being called Reali-T, we were going to do like a concept album called 2004T.
Okay.
But it was a bit of a push to make it work, you
Yeah,
know,
that was-
wordplay
that
and
was a
that.
bit
We
too
needed to go
Everyone
something
can
more
agree.
simple.
Smash a like if you think that's a fucking quality album.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, like,
But we were going to do it where it was meant to be like the first track was going to be titled 2040, and then every track after that was like stepping back through time, getting more old school. And that's kind of the way the playlist is now.
yeah.
We just obviously didn't kind of run with the whole name and concept. But yeah, it starts off with something that I'd say sounds a bit futuristic, and then it kind of just drops back to maybe a modern sound, and then something from a few years ago and goes back in time a bit. So there's a little bit of a theme running through it like that.
Got stuff for the kids, stuff in the middle.
There's not really any
Stuff for
swearing
the
on it, is there?
Yeah.
It's all pretty clean.
I'm family friendly.
I think Reali-T says fuck once or bitch or something.
Mother, don't listen to
No, he definitely did say something.
He said arsehole.
Oh, that's it, yeah. He said arsehole.
He said arsehole.
Have we got anything
And he
else to
said
plug?
piss.
Rather than...
Yeah. I
I
don't
don't know what
have
that was.
Yeah.
That was nothing.
I don't have.
H-Man, are you bringing out some new shit?
Purple. Coming out soon as I can get him in his room on a bit.
What is it?
It's an EP.
Sniffy.
It's got a instrumental off 40 that I fucking kept my ages.
Jeez.
Like all good EPs should have.
In it around, yeah, definitely, mate.
NATO, plugging anything. Just listen to their albums.
Overcast as well, and the
Just
EP
go and watch
with
NATO Busk on Northumberland.
Just check out natonortheast.com/YouTube or something like that. natonortheast/youtube.com. Just Google NATO Northeast.
I think it's sex was right.
Yeah.
Oh, can I tell a quick story?
We do shout outs.
Yeah, we can do.
We can do
He's got a really quick story.
Go on.
But you know, we were talking about genres and that, yeah. I don't know if I told everyone this, but I went to Harley University, yeah, and then I went to perform there.
Yeah.
Then I realized
I
realized how old I really was.
Thing.
Yeah, I was rapping. I did Black Guy in Your Neighborhood.
Link in the description.
And you know what? Yeah, this place. It was the Afro-Caribbean Society, and I did Black Guy in Your Neighborhood.
Did they relate?
That's the joke there. And then I did wait. Yeah, it doesn't work. But then I did Bounce as well. Then I realized, yeah, these kids are into like Afro swing and that.
Yeah.
That's got as little words as possible. So there I was rapping.
So you just didn't do any work. You were just like, yeah, play the beat.
There I was rapping my heart out, yeah, in front of my fellow Africans. No response. That's the worst performance I've ever had.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Kids,
Man.
it can happen to the best of them.
It's not fucking CBB. It's not fucking CBB.
Yeah, but I realised, yeah, because a lot of these kids were like 18 years old, so 10 years younger than me, hadn't got a clue what I was talking about. They're into their hooks and stuff.
The moral of the story is stop writing conscious rap.
Yeah.
Stop
writing metaphors.
Well, if you're going to rap, do it in an American accent.
You know. Get him off. Be like the rest of the T-shirt.
Rap, don't put yourself on Spotify because you're going to get taken off.
If you rap, don't touch 14-year-olds. Because you'll get took off Spotify.
That's the end of the...
Like that's the only reason not to touch him. You get taken off Spotify.
But if you didn't rap, you're alright.
Oh my god.
This has been the Hip Hop Hangover podcast.
Get them off Spotify.
Hush
They
Studios.
deserve it.
I'm probably going to blank that out because he doesn't want to be associated with us anymore.
Katie in the house.
Links to everyone that's been on here in the description. Listen to the tunes. Jump on ridemusicblog.com for some more news and podcasts. Jump on Hush Entertainment for merch, studio time. Reali-T's got a phone in front of my face. Still tuned.
£5, I'll deliver
Still
it.
tuned.
That's 5 fingers.
If you live in
of life.
Indonesia, he's not going to deliver it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there. No. You pay extra.
Frisbee it.
Money.
Catch it.
Oh, we're going to get
Money.
sued by so many people. Okay.
Shout out Sludge Master 3.
Sludge Master, the third one. Oh god.
Shout out Big Trace.
Flipping no.
Shout out Dr. Jones.
All tight his car.
Shut them all out.
Are we shouting at anyone else?
My mum.
Remy.
Shout out
Sebastian.
Shout out Mary.
Hold tight Dawn.
Dawn.
Nah, I came from the birth of Dawn.
Shout out
Mars Dawn, innit? Anyone knew? Tell them. I came from the birth of Dawn and I made some doors like a...
Another airport.
Shout out Reali-T.
Reali-T.
But you don't know about Mr. Reali-T?
Someone's gonna get hurt. Okay,
Neck and Vod.
he's on the boat.
Oh, it's turned up.
Shout out Jono.
John on the house.
Rip a little P.
Okay. 98 behind the camera.
Let's just shout out Kitty. Like, let's just
DJ Pegs.
Okay, see you later.
Let's just call that.
Next time.
DJ Pegs.
Fuck R.KELLY.
Shout out me.
Have we got an ending thing?